welcome back to our channel. Today we want to go over with you guys on topics about careers, tips to give you guys. So we want to provide, as we promised, values to you guys.
All of this is, our personal experience from probably, the last few years. So, you guys can take it, how it is, but it's not an advice that I would give to every single one. Whoever that this brings value to and who can relate, then of course, you can take this message. But yeah, it's definitely not for everyone. It's for us, and we want to share it so that way
it worked for us, and we want to share it with you guys, and hopefully it helps you guys. And if it does, make sure you reach out to us and let us know.
And hit that like button.
I get a lot of questions about what I do. Everyone knows what he does. So he does real estate and recruitment, but no one knows what I do because I kind of kept it really private before, but I want to go over it now. So I am a administrative specialist at Kaiser, so I support all of the directors, Kaiser specifically for a department, and I'm not going to disclose a lot because I don't like disclosing a lot of information in general. My first tip that I want to go over with you guys in career, if you want to get into corporate world, I did start as an intern while I was in school, and that's the number one thing that if you want to get into any corporate world, you should always work for free to learn first. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes, with anything, it just doesn't have to be just corporate. Work for free, learn as much as you can, and just try to meet everyone, which is my second tip. Network once you're in there and you got your foot in the door. Network and meet everyone, specifically the people that you want to work for and that will hire you. So this advice goes for anyone, even if you're a contractor, not benefited yet. If you're temporary, short hours, definitely get really close to the people that will hire you on a personal level, just so that you have that connection, and also professionally provide value to them and show them that you can do this and that this position is for you. Just be good at what you're doing. My third pinpoint for this, my third tip for you guys is to create a LinkedIn. If you haven't already, that one provides a lot of value. So I want to tell you a story that when I was working, when I finally got my position at Kaiser, after internship, I was a health ed assistant, and I was already benefited there, and I wanted to move up the ladder, of course, and I already had my LinkedIn set up and everything, but I didn't know how much value it can bring to me until after I went on my interview for that administrative position. And I emailed the hiring manager and I said, "Thank you for the interview. I really like your team, and I hope that I can one day work for you guys in the future." And he actually responded and he said, "Hey, what's your LinkedIn? Let's keep in touch." And I was like, oh my God, he has a LinkedIn.
and tell them what's his age, or what's his age range, because people think that,
yeah, it's not just for our young generation. I thought that it was mostly like millennials, and he's proactively on there, and he kept in touch with me for about a month, I think, and then he reached out to me and he said, we want to offer it to you. And then I was like, yes. I mentioned the other tip I already mentioned to you guys. I keep fixing my hair. Always send follow-up emails after your interview, because you never know, they'll keep you in mind and they'll definitely think about you. And of course, nowadays in the corporate world, the one most important thing is you should have friends, family with connections, because it's really hard to get a position nowadays unless you know someone that can get you in. So keep that network and connection with family, friends, and also even when you're interning, someone that you connected with can always refer you again later. Here now.
Wow. Yeah, so yeah, guys, that was an amazing story. I don't think I have that incredible background of being able to work for such a reputable hospital, right, such as Kaiser. So I come from, first of all, before I even go in my advice and tips, whatnot, I mean, I'm gonna share my story first of where where it came from, my background. So some of you may know me, but some of you that don't know my story, I moved here when I was 8 with my family from Vietnam. So immigrant background, family has been my biggest why to making sure that not only now going to now this is why I strive to be great because of the sacrifices that my parents have made. So I'm going for legacy, right? Everything that I do is for legacy. I started at 24 Hour Fitness when we first started dating. I started off as a front desk person, right? And then from there, the sales manager, he asked, "Hey, Sang, why don't you transfer to the sales department?" I was like, "Okay, why not?" So I took that chance, moved over to the sales department. That's when I started to learn about talking to people, how to engage with people. I wasn't naturally born a sales guy, so I had to learn from it. But after working a few months, I got promoted. And so that's just one example.
So what would you say that overall tip would be?
To whenever you're given a opportunity, whether it's a part-time job, do it really well and make sure that you become the best at what you're doing.
And also, what my takeaway from what he said also was, don't be afraid to start at the bottom.
Yeah.
He started as a front desk, and the opportunity was offered to him.
Yeah.
He didn't just came into 24 and be like, "Hey, can I be your sales manager? Can I be your sales advisor?"
Yeah, and that's
Do you want to talk about what made you think about going into real estate?
Yeah.
Like, what made you change your mind all of a sudden? Like the books you've read?
It started with Rich Dad Poor Dad, which everyone, even Michelle, she started reading that book. But I read that book.
Let me go grab that book out of it. Here's the book. So this is the book that we're talking about. It is an amazing book because I'm not a reader myself, and I hate reading. But this book was so easy to read. Everything was like, wow.
So
it's like having a conversation with your mind.
So this book in itself will teach you more than one or two classes in college will teach you, the concepts at least. And the last thing I want to end it with is...
Wait, did you want to talk about how you got into real estate? Like tips how you got into your career? So you talked about 24 Hour Fitness, how you got into it, which is starting off as front desk. So give them a little overview about how you got into real estate and
with
courses
the connections
you take.
Yeah. Okay.
Tips like how you connect with people in real estate.
Yeah, it's great that Michelle brought it up because when I'm talking, my mind tends to go all
goes
over the place.
on and on, and then back to the pinpoint for what we were going to tell you guys.
So, in terms of real estate, there's a lot of different niche that people will be interested in. But I would recommend, number one, going to meetups. There will be a lot of different meetups in San Jose, San Francisco, East Bay. Sean Pan, shout out to Sean Pan. He definitely hosts a lot of meetups here in the Santa Clara Bay Area. So I went to a lot of his meetups, and that's when I met with local investors. I just kept meeting people, just shaking hands. Even though now you can't shake hands anymore, it's gonna be a real challenge for if you guys go to meetups. You can just virtual shake hand. But yeah, just go to meetups, connect with people. And the biggest thing that I was telling Michelle about is the coffee and lunch, right? Once you meet with them, exchange business contacts, invite them out to lunch, invite them out to coffee, because then even though that 30 minutes or 1 hour will then translate over to build the relationships that's going to be beneficial. Who knows? They can be your mentor. Yeah. In 2 to 3 years, or
Zay and I talked about this the other day or other week. It just came up to my mind while we were driving. I was telling him it's so funny how I mentioned this in the previous video too. I'm not the type of person who likes to go out of my way to meet people. Not saying that I'm stuck up or anything. I'm just very introverted. And he took me to these networking events just one time to check out a home because I really like checking out home, like the staging, how much it costs, seeing what our future home would look like, kind of. But yeah, just that event, I remember the very first event, it was Tom's event for his condo, and that was the first time I met everyone, and I'm probably going to throw in the picture here for you guys to see. It was like a large group of people, and I was very shy. I didn't talk to anyone, just followed him around. But like when I reflect back, when I think of that picture now, I'm just like, wow, I know, and I talked to everyone, and they played such a huge role. We've even hung out with a lot of them and go to their events that they finish after they finish a house, and it's been amazing. So shout out to Tom, Ken, and all of them, Bruce, their whole team, Stronger Moms. We really enjoy going to their events, and they offer a lot of value to us, and that's something that he means by going to like meet up with people, offer value to them too. There's a lot of other fields out there like I myself want to try too. So we have friends out there who isn't just real estate, they do e-commerce, which is very popular right now too. So, and we have people doing the films industry. MJ, shout out to MJ. That's another entrepreneurship that you can look into doing. E-commerce, videography. Some friends do lashes as their own bosses. So just try out different things and see if you like it. In the long run, I do want to own and do my own business too, and it's about going to be a journey for me to test and try everything and see what my niche is.
So what Gary Vee said, I'm pretty sure like 90% of you guys listen to Gary Vee, and what he says is that, you know, when you're in your 20s, it's the time to try different things. So give it, 6 months to a year, just keep trying new things. And then in terms of like advice and career advice, if you guys have any questions regarding real estate or like I mean even in the recruiting side, because I do have a lot of background in that aspect as well, and I'm always open to giving you guys some advice and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely, hopefully it brings anyone some value, right? Whether it's in career, transitioning, anything. Anything else that you want to say?
No, that's pretty much it. We hope you guys enjoy all the tips that we gave you.
Last thing, we gotta be grateful for our health and everything during these times, right? And shout out to the frontline workers, essential workers, nurses, healthcare admins, and also people, paramedics, everyone who are putting their lives out there during these times. And for us to be still working remotely and whatnot, still being healthy, that's all you can ask for during these times. So just want to say thank you.
All right, you guys stay safe. Bye.